with their headphones. We have our admins looking into it right now and working through that issue. We'll give you more updates as soon as they're available. We do want to make sure that everyone has properly working equipment and the field is perfectly fair before we start another round with stakes as high as this.
So for anyone at home wondering why we're yapping, that's why.
Very concise, thank you. All right, well, it seems like we are still going to be waiting just a bit to get into that one. So why don't we go ahead and check in with our correspondents, Geach and Sabrina. How you guys doing? What do you think of Super League Soccer thus far?
Oh my gosh, we screamed whenever Roby hit the ball right over Shape. We were actually back here screaming. That was really intense. That match was amazing. I actually haven't watched a gameplay of Super League Soccer, so I thought that was really entertaining.
Yeah, and I'm not a big sports girly myself, but that move, my heart is still pounding from some of these moments. I've been in here taking notes, it's that real. Really impressed by Death Eagle, watching all of this gameplay. I mean, I don't have the coordination. You'll hear me say that a lot today. I don't have the coordination for something like that, but I feel like I've been literally watching the World Cup or something just on the screen via Roblox. It's so cool. It's amazing. It's been so fun to watch back here. I know everybody.
I have a fun fact for you.
Oh, yeah?
About the World Cup, by the way. Super League Soccer hosted an in-game integration with FIFA for the launch of the Club World Cup trophy, which is taking place in America this summer.
Rightfully so, because look, I mean, you would think that I was out here in South America screaming from the streets the way I've been hollering back here. I'm surprised.
She's not kidding. I'm just
Yeah, I hope I don't scare you.
No,
please,
you didn't.
Bring me back.
It's been very entertaining.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun. Who do you think so far? Who have you been impressed by so far?
I am rooting for Roby, Death Eagle. I really liked Jay in Dress to Impress. Jay
has some good looks.
Yeah,
in Dress to Impress.
And Death Eagles, obviously, the last one was the really good.
The ice princess fairy.
The two-wing thing was very impressive.
That was a good technique. It's always good in Dress to Impress to try and see how you can layer your stuff to make it look more, exciting and more fancy, more cutesy, more demure. I'm not good at that at all. That's not my thing. I'm not a fashion girly, as you can see.
Shall we take a look at what the chat is saying?
Yeah, let's see. What's the chat saying today?
All right, chat. Who do you think is going to win this next match? Let's see what they all say.
When we came in, I saw a lot of people rooting for Death Eagle, which I can understand why after seeing
I've been seeing a lot of
gameplay
Shape as well.
Yeah,
a lot of fans of Shape, Death Eagle. Chicken Jockey, what does that mean?
I have no idea.
Blox Fruits. Yes, Blox Fruits is a great game.
Blox Fruits?
Okay.
Lithuania. We've got some Lithuania. Okay.
It looks like the chat is enjoying this, though. Go ahead and hit the like if you are watching.
All right, so Sabrina, if your avatar in Roblox had a soccer celebration, what's that going to look like?
Oh my gosh. It's probably going to be sort of like a big galaxy explosion.
I can understand. All right, so we're going to go ahead and kick it back over to our casters so we can get this last match started for Super League Soccer.
All right, folks, we are back here. We've got hopefully we are closing in on the opening of this last match here, but a couple more seconds for you to enjoy the soothing sounds of our voices with our faces. It's a wonderful thing.
We just take a look at, just stare at Jay Party's beautiful face.
Yeah, that's the real stall content. For some context, viewers at home, they're still sorting out some of these tech issues, making sure the monitors and the headsets for one of our contestants is working perfectly. I pulled up some trivia for you guys. You guys are Roblox experts, right? Would you consider yourself such?
Yeah, absolutely. A historian.
Would you consider him an expert?
Yeah, NU is, regardless of his opinion on it, he is a master of all things
Don't put me on the spot.
All right, I'm going to ask some questions. Just slap the desk to buzz in. This one should be easy. What year was Roblox officially released to the public?
Here you go.
I'm going to say 2006.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yes.
Good job, NU. That's the first point to you. Another year question. What year did Roblox introduce the ability to create and sell game passes?
Okay, I know this one. It's about the birth of the expansion of our developer program. I believe it's 2012.
You're correct. Another one. This one about number of players. In chat, you guys should play along too. Write in chat who you think this is. See how well you know Roblox. Which game on the Roblox platform holds the record for the most visits as of 2024?
It's probably the wrong answer, but I'm going to say Blox Fruits.
Incorrect.
That is correct. I'm curious. I'm going to give the folks on the chat a couple seconds to respond here. I think they know this one, and it is a surprising favorite amongst the roleplay community, if I know correctly, as I do love numbers, and that is
How are they doing, Enya?
Brooke
Did you see that chat?
Yeah, what they get? They get it right. The answer, I believe, is Brookhaven.
The chat is still rooting for the players.
RP. Well,
They're still rooting
honestly,
for players.
good for them.
Yeah,
That's what
absolutely.
they should be doing. I love to see that passion coming out. All right, another historic question. What was the original name of Roblox before it was officially launched?
Oh, this is a fun one. Dude, the folks, this is a good one for chat. I wonder if they do know this one.
Yeah.
I might even be wearing those socks. Oh, no, wait, I'm not. We didn't. It's different ones. I believe it was called Dynablocks.
You're correct.
Dynablocks was the original, and it was a physics simulator at the very start here. It was a pretty impressive little creation here to kind of demonstrate science and physics to kids and everyone around the world to kind of learn. And it turns out if you allow logic into a block, you can pretty much make any game the world has seen.
Yes.
And that's kind of the origin, I think, of all video games. And we saw it here in Roblox kind of evolving over the years from the old world of Dynablocks into the Roblox we have today. Full-fledged game engine. So, for the folks at home, we're waiting. Go ahead, open studio. Start publishing your own experiences and find out what it means to create and build some of the coolest things around in the world.
What experience do you guys have with actually building games? Have you spent any time in the creation studio and tried that out much?
Yes, actually, I have. I went through a tutorial with some of the developers here at Roblox. They went through a simple one for me, but they threw out some terms that was very complicated. I did not retain any of that information. So whoever can make games in Roblox are very smart.
It's so impressive what people actually put together and how much work it takes. I know you get to work with the devs on a day-to-day basis. Must be special to see what creative things people put together in this Roblox game.
I do, and it is fascinating to know our developers from around the world. They are incredible folks who do awesome and wonderful things, but they're also good people. I think that's such a fun part of Roblox. A lot of our creators are building things they want to play, they want to create. It's both a hobby and a profession for them, so we see incredible stuff.
Yeah, and for this tournament as well, we had to ask a lot of developers to change things up about their games and make modifications for this tournament, and it seems like everyone was pretty willing to do that as well.
All right, folks, so here's the deal. We are trying to ensure this is a fair competition as much as possible, and I believe we're ready to get back in it. But to solve some of this out, we're going to be removing the headsets for this next round of Super League Soccer here to ensure it is an even playing field for all 10 of our players. And guess what? I think they're on the pitch.
It's going to be new teams, a new look, and a last chance to make it. Two players competing for that top spot, Duddy Dud and Death Eagle. One of them will be able to be the first making it through. That or 3J, who's going to be on the same team here. Mad Max in possession, sends it up. Good pass, but a little too wide. No one super well in position to receive. Another pass going back. Chance for a goal, and it's not in. Shafe again on the defense, and you.
Once again.
Yeah, almost bobbles the ball from the goalie there. Thankfully, he recovers that, and it is out of there. Another chance for another play.
I'm looking for Roby.
Yeah.
Which team is he on?
A crowd favorite, again, without a win under his belt and maybe the most goals on the field. Hopefully, Roby gets his big break soon.
He's going to be back on the green team there, joined by Duddy Dud. Jay as well, rocking with the home team.
Indeed, indeed. Again, a little slower of a start here. No one really securing those quick goals in this third game here. I'm sure the defense is starting to shore up and understand the strategies from all the players.
Good defense from Lime. A new person stepping into the goalkeeper position.
That's true. This is the first time with Lime here, and I know they discussed briefly beforehand who would be the goalie as they need to rotate that with their new teams.
Wow.
The quick
Looks like a lot of
turnovers
fouls
here.
there, but nothing being called. What is happening?
Where's the referee? Those slide tackles are not coming in from the correct angle.
It is vicious in this game. The only way to change possession other than a missed pass is to just go for those slide tackles. Not going to get the red card.
Oh, and definitely. This is not in the sweet spot. I know they try to put it just out of the goal box here. Definitely a specific strategy tied to SLS, and that's what you got to understand here with the best players in the world. Understand the mechanics perfectly well, and we see that kind of sweet spot in the corner. When you don't have an out-of-bounds mechanic, it's definitely where you want to put it for some of the safer passes.
Let's check in with Jay, one of our top performers thus far. Passes it to his goalie, and he'll send things back into the middle yet again. This one a bit more reserved from our teams than the first, but maybe a chance here. No. Shafe, again, very good on the defense.
Yeah, closing in on that first minute. It has passed, and we are still 0-0. Lowest scoring by far, and really low shots on goal in general. Nothing too serious. It's been pretty casual. Defense playing it up.
Maybe that long pause really slowed down their adrenaline.
Absolutely. Gave the players time to breathe here. And I think, again, we're seeing a bigger plan. These folks are learning just as much as we are, again, how they play, how they perform, what the strategies are. But here's the first breakaway, and that is it.
Oh, Death Eagle.
Our top player in the standings thus far, Death Eagle with 66 points. If he can win this game, he would bring home the first spot in the top 4 for himself, and he wants to do it with his own hands.
I know we've talked a lot about his skill in so many competitions. If anything, the players maybe need him to get out now. Give other people a chance here, as he has demonstrated he has a strong fortitude for a broad array of game types.
It is truly a luxury to qualify this early. But it seems like there is a bit of a technical problem with the match. For competitive integrity, the admins have made the decision to reset this game. So forget what you saw in that one. We're resetting to where we were. With 2 games finished on Super League Soccer, 1 yet to play, we want to ensure that with stakes is high, everything is perfectly competitively fair for our players. So they're making that call. We'll get you guys back into game with the proper third match as soon